The payday loan trap. Imagine you're broke, like genuinely broke. Rent is due Friday, your account is showing $200, and you need $15,000. Someone walks up to you and says, "Hey, I'll give you the money right now. Just pay me back when your salary comes." Sounds like a lifesaver, right? That's a payday loan, and that lifesaver is actually a shark in disguise. Here's what they don't tell you up front. The interest rates on payday loans can hit anywhere from 300% to 400% APR. APR means annual percentage rate. To put that in English, if you borrow $100, you might owe $150 by next month. And if you can't pay that back, you roll it over. Now you owe more, then more, then more. People who take one payday loan often end up taking 5 or 6 just to cover the previous ones. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. You're not solving the problem, you're just making it bigger and more expensive. The trap is designed for people who are desperate, and desperation makes you ignore the fine print. The minimum payment trap. Okay, this one is sneaky because it looks responsible, like you're doing the right thing. You have a credit card. Balance is, let's say, $5,000. The bank sends you a statement and says, minimum payment due $75. You go, okay, cool, I'll pay $75. That's manageable. And you feel good. You feel like you handled it. Bro, you didn't handle anything. Here's the math that nobody shows you. If you only pay the minimum on a $5,000 balance with a typical 20% interest rate, it will take you over 20 years to pay it off. And by the time you're done, you'll have paid nearly double the original amount. So that $5,000 TV you bought actually costs you $9,000, plus 2 decades of stress. The minimum payment is not there to help you get out of debt. It's there to keep you in debt as long as possible. That's literally how banks make money. They want you paying the minimum forever. It's a subscription service for being broke. The lifestyle inflation trap. Now, this one doesn't involve any paperwork or interest rates. This one is just pure psychology, and it gets almost everybody. You get a raise. Salary goes up, say, by 20%. And instead of saving or investing that extra money, you just upgrade your life. Nicer apartment, better car, more dinners out, fancier gym, and suddenly your expenses have also gone up by 20%. So even though you're earning more, you feel exactly the same as before. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's a trap because it feels like progress. You're earning more, you're spending more, life looks better from the outside, but your savings, same as before. Your financial safety net, still non-existent. You're running faster on the treadmill but going nowhere. The people who actually build wealth, they keep their lifestyle relatively flat even when their income grows. That gap between what you earn and what you spend, that's where wealth lives. The moment you let your lifestyle eat up every raise you get, you've stepped right into the trap. The "I deserve this" trap. Okay, this one is a cousin of lifestyle inflation, but it hits different. You've been working hard, long hours, stressful week, and your brain starts whispering to you, you deserve this. A new phone, a weekend trip, those shoes you've been eyeing. And look, you do deserve nice things, but "I deserve this" is also one of the most expensive phrases in the English language. The trap here is emotional spending. You're not buying the thing because you need it or even because you really planned for it. You're buying it to feel better right now, to reward yourself. And marketers know this. That's why sales happen on weekends. That's why luxury brands use words like treat yourself. They're literally triggering this part of your brain on purpose. The problem isn't the occasional splurge. It's when "I deserve this" becomes a reflex. When every stressful moment becomes a reason to spend money, you're not managing your finances anymore. Your emotions are. The subscription trap. Quick one, but deadly. Netflix, Spotify, that meditation app you downloaded in January, the cloud storage upgrade, the gym membership you use twice a year, the free trial you forgot to cancel 3 months ago. Individually, each of these is like $10 to $15, not a big deal. But add them all up and most people are spending $200 to $300 a month on subscriptions they barely use. That's money leaving your account silently every month on autopilot. It's death by 1,000 tiny charges. The trap works because each one feels too small to bother canceling. It's just $12.99, who cares? But $12.99 times 12 months times 10 subscriptions, you just spent $1,500 on things you probably don't even remember signing up for. The keeping up with the Joneses trap. This one has been around forever. Before Instagram it existed. Before the internet it existed. It's basically human nature weaponized against your wallet. You see your coworker drive a new car. You feel something. Not quite jealousy, but close. A comparison. And suddenly, your perfectly fine car feels insufficient. Your neighbor renovates their kitchen. Now yours looks outdated. Your friend posts a vacation, and your staycation suddenly feels like failure. So you spend money, not because you needed to, not because you planned to, but because someone else's life made you feel like you were falling behind in a race you didn't even sign up for. This trap is expensive and exhausting because there's no finish line. There will always be someone with a nicer car, a bigger house, a fancier vacation. If your spending is driven by comparison, you will never, ever feel like enough, and you'll be broke while trying to prove otherwise. The get-rich-quick trap. This one has destroyed so many people. It always shows up the same way. Someone promises you massive returns in a short time. Could be a crypto coin nobody's heard of. Could be an MLM where you sell supplements to your aunties. Could be a trading course from a guy on YouTube who's filming in front of a Lamborghini. Could be a guaranteed investment that promises 40% returns monthly. The brain hears easy money and kind of short circuits. Rational thinking goes offline. You stop asking logical questions like, why would a stranger share a money-making secret with me for free? Or if this was real, why isn't everyone doing it? And look, not every investment is a scam, but the ones that feel too good to be true usually are. Ponzi schemes, pump and dump cryptos, MLMs, fake forex traders, they all run on the same fuel, your desire for a shortcut. And the shortcut almost always leads off a cliff. Real wealth building is boring. It's consistent. It's slow. Anyone promising you otherwise is probably profiting from your hope. The house poor trap. This one is for the adulting chapter. You finally buy a house. Big moment. You're a homeowner now. Proud. And you stretched a little bit on the budget because, hey, it's an investment, right? Except now your mortgage is eating 50% of your take-home pay. You have no money for repairs when something breaks, no money for emergencies, no money to invest anywhere else. You own a house, but you can't afford to live comfortably in it. You're what they call house poor. The trap is this cultural idea that homeownership at any cost equals success. But buying more house than you can actually afford doesn't make you wealthy, it makes you asset rich and cash poor. And cash poor is a very uncomfortable place to be when your car needs fixing and your savings account is at zero. The no emergency fund trap. Last one, and maybe the most important. Most people don't have one, an emergency fund. Basically 3 to 6 months of expenses just sitting there doing nothing. And doing nothing is exactly the point, because life will throw you curveballs. Job loss, medical bill, car breaks down, unexpected flight home. When you don't have that cushion, every emergency becomes a financial crisis. And the financial crisis forces you into bad decisions, borrowing money at high interest, selling investments at a loss, going into debt just to survive. The irony is that building an emergency fund feels boring and pointless when everything is fine. Why am I saving money that's just sitting there? But the moment something goes wrong, and something always eventually goes wrong, that boring pile of cash becomes the most important thing you own. It's the difference between a problem and a disaster. Okay, so what do you do? Look, none of these traps are impossible to avoid, but you have to actually know they exist first. And now you do. Avoid borrowing expensive money when you're desperate. Pay more than the minimum on debt. Don't let every raise disappear into a fancier lifestyle. Spend based on your own goals, not someone else's Instagram. Stay far away from anything promising easy money. Don't buy more house than you can breathe in. And for the love of everything, build that emergency fund. The financial world isn't designed to make you rich. It's designed to make money off of you. The best thing you can do is learn how the game works before the game plays you. And don't skip to subscribe.